I'm George Masson, and I'm happy to be joined by Lily Hiding and Katie Laguerre, two dedicated and talented volunteers with the Institute on the Environment's Undergraduate Leaders Program. Today, we hope to inform you of the benefits of dual usage solar installations, as well as share the details of a planned dual usage solar pollinator installation right on the west bank of our U of M campus. But first, the burning unanswered question that has kept all of you awake this last week: what exactly is a co-benefit solar installation? Well, to answer this question, it may be useful to first briefly explain what co-benefit installations are not. So firstly, when constructing a traditional solar development like the one seen in this photo, the existing land cover, be it agricultural or natural, is typically cleared, and in the place of the former land use type, a developer will oftentimes construct a concrete blacktop, a pavement, or plant turf grass, thereby exhibiting a stark transition from the former land use type to the new one. But in recent years, this practice of land use conversion has lost favor as the shortcomings associated with this practice have been realized. To briefly explain a few examples. The amount of stormwater runoff from these sites is often quite large, creating an issue of problematic runoff and erosion. Rural communities, the common recipients of novel solar developments, must decide whether to keep the land use in its current agricultural state or convert it to solar. And lastly, this installation just looks ugly. I mean, who wants to look at this? So in place of this ugly installation, here at long last, we see a beautiful photo depicting dual usage solar in all its glory. And dual usage solar is therefore the introduction of some other cohabitating environmental, social, or economic mechanism to the solar installation itself. And in this example, we see perennial pollinator grasses and flowers planted around and underneath the solar panels. In the background, a series of 3 agricultural silos. Really gone are the days of single-use solar installations. Make way for this beautiful site instead. And now you're probably thinking, that's all good and nice, but how is this really more beneficial than the alternative? So I'll pass it over to Lily, who will explain some of the benefits.
So there are many benefits of this type of solar development. For one, the land beneath can be used both as a site for solar, but also for native and flowering vegetation, which provides a habitat that attracts and supports native insect pollinators. The flourishing vegetation can even boost energy production from the solar panels as it shades the ground and increases evaporation, which in turn cools the panels and increases energy output. Further, if sited near existing agricultural lands, these pollinator enhancements may also lead to an increase in yields and a decrease in water requirements for certain crops. Alternatively, the land beneath could also be used for agriculture itself, and there are also other opportunities for additional revenues from things such as beekeeping. In addition, native vegetation beneath solar panels has also been proven to dramatically increase water retention throughout the local ecosystem due to the deep roots of established pollinator plants. This is significant because agricultural and other surface runoff are major contributors to water pollution. Soil erosion is a major issue that can be tackled through this idea as well. As the roots of native vegetation can stabilize the soil sediment, this can be beneficial for neighboring agriculture and vegetation as the soil then retains organic materials that are beneficial to plant development.
One of our team's goals is to transform a 1.2-acre solar array on West Bank that is currently overgrown into a pollinator habitat, for which we have received a Living Lab grant. Additionally, our team has applied for a grant to obtain herbicide to begin the project this summer. We already have funding for a seed mix and are partnering with Minnesota Native Landscapes to create a healthy habitat. So here I would like to introduce you to our visions for the future. As opposed to using time and energy mowing the grass, we hope to implement sheep grazing as a maintenance plan. We've talked to faculty in charge of sheep, and this appears to be a possibility. Grazing provides a cleaner, less labor-intensive way to keep grass short, and it more closely mimics natural ecosystems. Furthermore, we think it is important to engage with the public about the benefits of dual solar installations. We are applying for an ION-E mini grant and are collaborating with the Power Systems Journey course to produce signage for the site, educating people about the benefits of solar pollinator arrays. The mini grant will focus on coordinating a design charrette to generate ideas of how to maximize the space's potential to foster education, nurture art, and conversations of equity. There is much potential in dual dual usage solar installations, and we're excited to see where our work leads. Our group is happy to answer your questions, and thank you for your time.